Welcome aboard, all you wonderful groomers, pet stylists, and canine cosmetologists. You found the Traveling Groomers Podcast, where we discuss lessons learned from mobile and house call grooming. I'm one of your hosts, Chris Bear Anthony. Any moment now, we'll be joined by my co-host and friend, retired mobile groomer and educator extraordinaire, Maryoquendo, and very likely a special guest to help us chat about all things grooming, grooming industry related, and just plain fun digressions that I will totally wrangle back to topic. Grab those travel mugs and climb aboard to see where today's topic will bring us. Let's roll! Pet Edge is a leading provider of professional grooming shampoos, tools, equipment, and more from top brands at competitive prices. Check their website often for new products, sales, and special offers. For a limited time, save 5% off your order with promo code TRAVELER10. Find what you need to succeed at petedge.com. Okay, Mary, I got it's Zoom's fault. They changed stuff.
Yeah, I noticed that too, that I'm looking for where the record button is on this and they moved it. Yeah.
That's what happened to me last week. Not my fault. They moved it, so I didn't see it. So I hit the record on the soundboard and not the thing, and the thing. And then something popped up and it went, set up professional audio and audio settings. And I'm like, what? I have to do that now in the middle of playing the opening because brain says now, which is why I didn't hit the sec. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay.
It's done. It's a thing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 322, recorded on April 2nd. It will be airing on May 6th, where I will be a little hungover from celebrating Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, okay. So that's also Mother's Day, by the way.
Oh, then I will definitely be hungover.
Just so you know.
Wait, no, because Mother's Day is a Sunday.
Oh, hold on. I take it back. I'm looking at the wrong month.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wait. It will be before Mother's Day. May 11th
Before Mother's Day
is when I will be a little like not wanting to wake up. Cinco de Mayo, Mother's Day, and my birthday, all in the same. May is not a good month for my liver. Just saying. I just had a movie question, but it's okay. I'll ask you later. No, hubby came in and was like, I missed a call. Are you okay? Because he's very sweet and was checking on me.
Nice.
But, whew. So introducing today's topic, Mary, you got a little insight this week as to how my brain works.
Oh my God.
All right, so why don't, from your perspective, say what happened, because this was kind of funny.
So I get a text from Chris, and
it was a call. Did I text you too?
He texted me.
The fudge?
It was a text. Okay. And in fact, I could probably get it up on my phone. I'll get it up later. All right. So about meeting me, first of all, it's early in the morning. Okay. Let me check. Because you know what? It was early in my morning. Maybe it was a phone call.
Yes.
Okay.
This was that early. No, it was a phone call.
It was a phone call. And I picked up
because how tired she was.
Okay. And she's talking to me about meeting someplace. Okay. And I'm like still half asleep, wondering, I'm supposed to meet Chris? What? She's in Squim? What the hell? She's here and she didn't tell me, and we're supposed to meet somewhere. When did I agree to this at this time?
At this time of the morning.
So no, she was, and it took me a couple of beats to go, hey, you sure you're calling the right person?
Well, and Okay, Mindy had a cold that weekend. Like her allergies had been so bad, it like the postnasal drip all settled into her chest, so her voice was off. So when you answered and you just went, "Hey, Chris," and the voice was a little off, and my brain was so elsewhere, I just started talking because it
Yeah.
was close enough. I thought it was Mindy. And I went on this long rant about where to meet and where to get
And what
coffee.
and what was your criteria for
Oh,
meeting somewhere? That
okay, okay.
I
Okay, this was this I think this is perfectly logical sense. So this was passport related. I was picking up a same day passport. There was all drama with stuff and things because I was at the Buffalo show. And yes, this entire tangent story relates to our topic. This is how good I am. So I had found online Jack's Corner Cafe. And that's all I saw. It was Jack's Corner Cafe. I saw it was on the same block. So I sent that link to Mindy to meet me there. But when I was walking into the office, I saw there was Jack's, and I didn't get that good a look at the sign. I didn't look close, and the Salty Chef. So I asked the security guard. I said, "Hey, um, I need to get a cup of coffee, need to grab something to eat. Which place should I go to?" And he's like, "Well, are you just getting coffee? Are you eating?" And I'm like, "Well, coffee's the priority, but I'm probably going to eat something too." And he's like, "Just for coffee, Jack's, food, the other place." I went, "Gotcha. Coffee is the priority, so Jack's it is." So then as I walk up to it, and I'm now calling Mary, and I'm looking at the sign, and there's a jackalope on the sign. That's the Jacks. And I'm like, "Oh, well, no, now I absolutely have to eat here because not only do they have better coffee, but there's a jackalope on the sign." So yeah, this is where I'm eating.
So by the time you got to the whole jackalope, you that you were not in Squim.
hmm hmm And you were like, "Are you calling the right person?" I'm like, "Who the fuck?" Well, but I literally do one of these. I had because I was actually had my phone up to my face, and I literally like, "Huh? Maryoquendo? No, no, I'm not calling the right person." Yeah, that was fine. It was fine. Everything's fine.
I don't know. I'm like, and by the time I figured it out, I'm like, oh God, this is so Chris.
Yeah, that was 100% a Chris moment.
Yes, that what that was. I'm like, nobody else would have called me in the same manner that you did.
No.
You see, this is why I try to keep very few people on favorites. Because number one, it is really easy to butt dial you guys.
Oh, yes.
You know?
Second of all, it's your name is right near Mindy's, and they're both M names.
Oh, you can. Yours is in alphabetical order. Mine is not.
No, mine is it's not in alphabetical order. It just happened to be nearby. It happened to be yeah. But Mary, I discovered a new to me coffee drink
Okay.
that I really enjoyed.
Okay. So you're
So,
going to tell us about it? Or?
yes, I'm going to tell you about it. So, it was on the little handwritten special menu, and they called it a heart attack.
Yeah, I probably would pass on that one.
It's vanilla Coke and espresso.
Yeah, I'm probably going to pass on that one.
And I absolutely just have to try this. And I asked if it came with like milk, and she's like, "No, it's just vanilla Coke and espresso." I'm like, "Can I?" Because I wasn't sure if I'd like it. I'm like, "Well, I'll add something if I don't like it." It was really good.
I could tell you right off the bat, I'm not going to like it. And I will drink a vanilla Coke, but that whole espresso nonsense.
See, I do like my coffee. It's like, and I made Mindy try it. Mindy walked in. I'm like, Mindy, try this. Mindy walked in, not Mary, because she was on the opposite coast.
That's right.
And
We're
she's like,
back to bed.
she kind of it's funny. This is the effect that that drink has. It's fizzy coffee. But then she ordered one. So
Well, maybe the espresso will be watered down by the Coke.
yes, and that's the thing. The Coke sweetened the espresso and water it down so it wasn't as strong, but you still got the sugar from the Coke, the caffeine from the Coke, and the caffeine from the espresso.
All right.
Whew.
I see that drink. I will think about it. Or
You're thinking,
or possibly I have a Ninja Creamy.
does the creamy make? I thought the creamy was the ice cream one.
It does. It makes slushies and
Okay.
frozen drinks. So maybe. And I've
Okay.
got 3 containers of mint chocolate chip ice cream in my freezer right now.
I legit went and got some. Well, they didn't have vanilla Coke. I went and I got some Diet Cherry Coke, and I have a little espresso machine. I'm going to try to make that drink at home because it
Okay.
was really yummy.
All right. So
I was
you're up in
bouncing.
Buffalo, which is one of the things we are going to discuss. So our topic today is what, Chris?
Our topic today is small shows.
Okay.
And it is actually about that time for our first commercial. And I remember there was something I wanted to grab. I will see if hubby can bring it for me. As a house call groomer, the idea of van and generator maintenance had kept me out of one for years. But Hanvey Engineering and Design has been making mobile grooming vans for 20 years now and has thought of that. No generator to maintain, repair, and replace. No propane to fill or worry about running out in the middle of winter. Hanvey vans have the lowest operating costs out there. I know I'm sold, but check out their latest innovations for yourself at hanvey.com.
I can tell you, as a mobile groomer that had a generator and then went to the inverter system, what a pleasure that was. I hated filling up the propane because there was
Yeah.
only one place that actually in my area that knew how to properly fill it because where I was, they don't let you fill it, they got to fill it. And yeah, that whole generator maintenance thing could do without.
Yeah, it's still a little scary for me. It's still a little everything. Yeah. But no, the new BVE.
Yep.
By the way,
Did you see Jess Adorno's new van? It was
oh
at
no.
you
I
didn't get
did
to
not. Groomed was so I literally passed her, went like this. Groomed was so nice and busy. I'm like, there's a van outside. Didn't get to see it. Did not get to see it.
Okay, so I saw it as I was passing by and I took notice of it because Jess was on top of her video, on top of the van, laying down on top of the van, doing some sort of live.
That's the most Jess thing
Yeah,
I've ever heard. That's fantastic and slightly terrifying. Like she just
I
I'm
know. Yes,
I love her to bits, and I'm kind of glad I didn't see that because I would have gone straight to you just got healed up. You're on top of the van. Get your ass down there.
it
Go
may have
bubble
been
wrap
something.
yourself. Bubble wrap.
I think I did that with my hands on my hips and I admonished her. So
Oh, and next time I see her, I got to remember to tell her about the bubble wrap. Goodness. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so yeah, the I just came from the Buffalo show. Now there was another small show, and before we even get into listing the different small shows, can we talk about there are going to be overlapping show weekends?
Yeah.
They're just there just are at this point because um there's only so many weekends in a year.
Yeah.
There's only so many weekends in the show season. And the vendor, the showrunner, blah, 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 words are fun, Mary. The people who run the shows don't necessarily communicate with each other.
Well, and in their defense,
Yes.
sometimes it is not their decision.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes it's like, okay, they found the perfect venue. There are only so many dates available.
Yes, especially if they're moving the venue from one place to another.
Yep. Yep.
I believe the Colorado show was set, and the Arizona show too.
Yeah.
So shows. I think the weekends that were chosen, she didn't get much choice on that.
Right. Right. She did say it's going to be a couple years, especially the Arizona show because it was Halloween weekend.
Yeah, and I know she didn't want to do Halloween weekend again, but that was her only choice.
That's what the venue had available. And it's rough when you're planning these things because not every venue is appropriate.
Yeah.
So, oh, and the good news about the Buffalo show is I was a little concerned about the venue when I first got there, and I'm not saying anything negative about the show. We did throw out the name of a certain New England hotel that it made us think of, but unlike a certain New England hotel, the M Hotel in Buffalo is going through major renovations.
So they're actually doing the
They're
renovation.
actually, oh no. I was like, I thought there were only like two floors. Why does the elevator go to eight? So, me being me, I was like, well, this could be the Twilight Zone. So, I hit eight and I went eight, seven. I like checked all the floors. No, no. They're like gutting the rooms. They're doing massive renovations. They're putting millions into that venue.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm sure
Well,
by next year it will
certain
be
hotels
stunning.
in New England, um, they swore every year, no, we're literally probably right after you guys leave, we're going to start the renovations.
I witnessed the renovations with my own nosy ass eyeballs.
Okay.
I witnessed them, and it was like solid four floors they were working on.
Okay.
Maybe more, maybe like five.
That's a show that I might have had interest in because it's so close to Niagara Falls.
Was so beautiful.
See, you know what? That might be a reason to get me out there was because, you know what? If I'm going to come out here, I'm going to take a couple days and I'm going to do the falls. I'm going to try to do the falls on both sides.
I did that. Yeah. But you know what? That's not a one day thing.
No, it's not.
I didn't realize it was not a one day. And if you do it in one day, it start early in the morning and then just drop at the end of the day. Because I walked a solid 6 miles that day and I didn't even see everything. But
Yeah.
it was really, really stunning.
And like I said, from both sides.
Yeah, I did that. I crossed my I walked my little ass over into well, it's not little. Walk my chunky ass over into Canada. Uh And before anyone tells me not to talk about my friend that way, that's not saying anything negative about my tushy. It's good that it's nice and solid and gives me cushion when I fall down. Sorry.
Okay. Okay.
I've
Uh,
had some caffeine tonight again.
obviously. Uh, so okay. So the small show. All right. See, I like all shows. I like the
Yeah.
big shows. I like the little shows. I go to a show like Super Zoo and I'm energized. I'm exhausted at the end of the day.
Hmm.
That show will energize me. I'm just love it. I also love the small shows, but not everybody can do those type of shows. Okay.
Yeah.
Big shows have a lot of energy. So even if you run marathons, I will guarantee you're gonna be exhausted at the end of the day because the energy level is just so intense.
Pardon me. No, because it's not just the physical energy. It's the emotional energy. It's
Yeah.
the talking to a ton of people. It's your how many spoons you have for personal interaction.
I'll never forget I was at Groomed, all right? And which is which is a big show, but it's not huge, especially they were still in the process of getting it a little larger. But it's still a good sized show. And I remember somebody who had been in one of the classes and and I was walking past, I was trying to find a quiet place to eat, right?
Hmm.
And I walked past her and she was like in tears and rocking herself because there was so much going on that she was literally shutting down. So if you think well, you don't want to go to the trade shows because you can't deal with that, these smaller shows are perfect.
Yeah. No, they're really, really nice. And on that note, button time. As a house call.
How you doing? Hi, good. I have a problem.
Yes.
I have trouble getting, I have very small hands, and I have trouble getting shears to fit.
Well, here at Evolution Shears, we fit shears to all sizes of hands, big and small. Let me see. We got
Are
you
you
covered.
sure? I'm so happy. Thank you so much.
I'm going to need more finger rings, but we got you.
Thank you.
Or something.
All right. And I think we're talking about small shows. I think there's two different categories that they fall in. One is the small grooming show, where it's classes, vendors, and contests. And then there's things that are more along the lines of like retreats. So they're taking out the vendors and they're taking out the contests. Unless part of the education is how to do contests, but that's not the same thing. So I think those are two choices. The smallest of them will, of course, be the retreat type of workshop of events,
Right.
and a smaller trade show will have shopping opportunities
You,
and smaller contests.
you know what? I didn't even, and I have a little list of all of the independent shows that I know about. I
Okay,
might be missing some, but I didn't get all of the retreats because they're not in my calendar. And I know there's one in Michigan coming up.
this is off what I know off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Okay? I know there's the staycation. I think that's the one in Vegas.
Ooh.
It's in and around the time of Super Zoo, or at least it was last year.
Okay.
There's mine, which by the time this airs will be already over with for the year.
Yep.
And we're not certain. I'm not 100% certain I'm going to do it in the same location next year. I might move it. I might not. I
We'll
don't know.
see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes. But again, it's just a much more intimate, smaller location where there's things of that nature. You have more personal interaction with the speakers that are there because it's just not a lot of people there.
Hmm. Yeah, no, and I I think around like 10 to 20 people is a really good class size because it's it's big enough you're like, oh, this is, a decent class, but it's still small enough people can ask questions. It feels a little more intimate. And if it's a smaller show with less attendance, you're not going to have like 50 people in a class. It's going to be more tailored to who's there and what they want and need to hear.
Exactly. And the whole tailored part too, because if you have a class, and let's just say it's 10 people trying to ask the questions they want answered to, as opposed to 50 people in the room.
Right.
So it kind of depends on what it is that you're looking for. I mean, they both have their pros and cons, don't get me wrong, but we're talking about the smaller guys this episode. All right. So I'm sure there are other retreats. I'm just not in the loop about them.
Like I said, I know there's one in Michigan because it's right by Mindy. I think it's in June, but I don't remember the name of it. I will try to get it for you. But by the end of the episode, maybe.
All right. But okay, so this is what I know of the small shows. All right. And see how my list compares to yours. Okay. You had Papalooza. That was the one that was in Buffalo. You have Tina Davis has 2 Rocky Mountain shows, one in Colorado and one in Arizona.
Yep.
The RW show is a small.
The RW, that's Kansas City. That is the weekend of July 17th, which is the same time, unfortunately, as Rocky Mountain, Colorado.
Okay. Quincy has the Teton show.
The Teton show.
Okay.
Which is October, the first weekend in October.
Okay. Then there is the other one in Chicago. I forget which one. In like Chicago in January.
That's the Windy City.
Windy City. Okay. Isn't there another one in the St. Louis area too?
I know there's the Virginia Groom Show.
Okay, that's in Virginia.
That was just this past weekend. That was the same weekend as Papalooza. No, that was called. Oh, wait, no, I didn't have the Myrtle Beach. There's one in Myrtle Beach.
That one's Beach Fest.
That one's Beach Fest. The one in Virginia was called the Virginia Groom Show.
Okay. So, I mean, what's nice about, again, the small grooming shows, they're going to be vendors there. And more likely, you're going to have your smaller distributors, the distributors that actually service your area. Okay. Sharpeners who service your area. Okay. And I think those are the 2 big draws for a small show, is getting to know who your local distributor is. Because if you need something because you misordered or someone dropped an entire gallon of shampoo on the floor on you, you want to have that good relationship with a local distributor.
One of the joyful moments of being a house call groomer that I remember very clearly, with the first call I did house call in, the first car I did house call in, is I remember like opening my trunk one day, because this was a little, dude, the car I started house call in was a 98 Nissan Altima. It was not a big car. If I had to take family anywhere, I had to take my grooming table out of the back seat because my grooming table was in the back seat. But I remember I opened the trunk and it went, wow, my trunk smells really good. Oh no, my trunk smells really good.
Yeah. And for all the mobile groomers, we all have the same story. We're driving along and boy, it smells really nice about now. And you're like, oh crap.
That's shampoo.
That's shampoo.
That's a really expensive good smell.
Probably the expensive one because it smells really nice and not the less expensive one. So that's a rite of passage. I would like to know the name of a mobile groomer who has not said those exact words.
Oh no. Also, a mobile groomer who is not driven off with their van plugged into something
Oh yeah.
because
It took
it
me years to do that, but I did it.
that's the thing. I feel like that's one of those things that will happen eventually.
And it took me a long time because I remember laughing at Beth because Beth had done it twice where she literally pulled out the meter on the side of her house.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh,
And
wow.
the only thing that actually saved me was that the hose was so long that I noticed it in the rear to the top of my long driveway. And I'm like, oh crap.
I'm attached. I'm
Yep,
attached. Was it water or electric?
it was water.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And again, that whole thing that I preach, you know what? If you fill up the night before,
See, that wouldn't happen
that
if
would
you
not
filled
have
up the
happened.
night before. That's why I was a little surprised that that was electric.
Because it's always that, well, I'm tired. I'll just do it in the morning. And then
Yeah.
now you're rushed and you're driving off with the hose attached because you're not paying attention because you got to hit the road.
There's not enough caffeine in your bloodstream.
Or at that point, caffeine wouldn't have done anything because it's, of course, the one morning that you just hit that snooze button just one time too many.
Yes.
Or instead of hitting the snooze, you turn off the alarm.
See, what happens to me is, and this happens on show weekends because the way my alarm is set on my phone, it's set for the same one time, but you can turn off your days off. So Sunday and Monday, I just don't have an alarm set. So what has happened on Sundays at shows where I've gone, oh, no problem. I set my alarm. I'm so exhausted because it's so busy. It's good busy and I love it, but you literally collapse into bed at the end of the night. And I remember when I go, it's fine. My alarm is set. Yeah, it was set, but it was Sunday, so it was turned off. So, yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh, well, we are flying through today's episode. That means that it is time for another quick button. Pet Edge is a leading provider of professional grooming supplies from the top brands such as Andis, Wall, BioGroom, Master Equipment, and many more. Check their website often for new products, sales, and special offers. For a limited time, save 5% off your order with promo code TRAVELER10. Shop petedge.com, the pet professional's source.
Okay, so I've never been to the show. I don't know if it qualifies as a show or not, but it is a single show.
Mhm.
It's the Pet Pro Classic.
It
Oh,
does not you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because I saw it on my calendar and I was like, should I put it? I'm not sure. Dude, what are you doing? If you saw my camera just slide, I have no idea what my dog just did, but there was something Alaric related. That's a really good question. Compared to Hershey or Chicago, it's a small show, but it doesn't feel like a small show. Like it's a solid mid-sized show. There is a lot of education.
yeah, that's the one thing I noticed. When Scott approached me for last year,
Mhm.
and I was considering it until, kids.
Yeah.
I was impressed with the amount, and I had noticed it before because I was not a show that I was going to.
So it wasn't on your radar to check, but yeah.
And on my radar to check, but I was really surprised at the amount of education that's there, and that the quality of the speakers. I would say that I knew a lot of the speakers,
Yeah.
And I knew they were good speakers. What they were teaching, they knew their stuff, which could be a whole other, by the way, podcast on uh, people teaching things they're not really qualified to teach.
Oh, Mary, we may as well have this discussion now on air. I'm not sure I'm going to touch that topic with a 10-foot pole made directly of nope, made completely of nope.
Okay.
That is, let's go play in a poison ivy patch level of nope. Because, oh, we said we weren't going to talk about it. So
And yet we are talking about it.
we're not talking about it. But this industry's drama has its own drama.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not going to feed into that. Like it's a thing. I agree. It's a thing that happens. However, there's way too much negativity. There's way too much bringing people down. We have something of a public platform. I'm not going to I'm going to do the whole never say never again thing, because I could see thank you for finding cat hair, Alaric. I could see a situation where something is so atrocious, I would have to say something.
Right.
But until that absolutely happens, where I am or I am personally involved and my name gets dragged and stuff, and I have to, say, hey, this is what happened, or XYZ, I would rather spread the positivity.
Okay.
I'm like, it's yeah, because it gets nasty, because then you get into, well, who are you to say?
All right. We'll let it slide.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes Pooh Bear. Come on, Pooh.
Uh-oh. Yeah. But that retreat in Michigan, ha ha ha, Great Lakes Women's Grooming Retreat,
Oh, really?
June 11th to 14th in Wolverine, Michigan. Oh,
Is it being held by the lakes?
yeah. Access to the Little Sturgeon River.
Okay.
I don't know where that, I mean, I'm guessing that's in. Oh, now I want to go. I don't think I can go, but I kind of want to go. It's
It's the
it's
dates.
a the dates are June 11th to 14th. It's in a log cabin, 330 acres of private land with well-maintained trails, access to the Little Sturgeon River, hot tubs. Kelsley Ann Sexton is being there. Life coach is going to be there. Yoga and sound bath experiences. Family style meals prepared by a culinary arts school student. Journaling and burning ritual. Oh, damn.
That sounds really good. I might have to look at that for
Damn.
next year.
And I know Mindy is going to be teaching there as well.
Okay, so then maybe you and I need to put our hat in the ring for that.
I want to
We want
go.
to go. Bring us there.
Ma.
Would not my holistic grooming class be a perfect fit for that?
Yes.
Okay. Who's putting it on?
Sydney Contour.
I don't know.
I'm not, I think she's local, but oh wow. I will pack up all of my singing bowls and talk about
Well, here's the
them.
thing too. So for the one that just passed, all right,
Yeah.
I'm bringing my singing bowl, so we're starting off the day with a singing.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. It is time to hit a button. And then I want to talk a little bit about, well, we got more of this to talk about, but I also want to touch on self-care because I did a thing this past weekend, and it confused me. I know that doesn't make much sense, but it kind of confused me, but it was in a good way. All right. Finding good help can be hard, but finding an assistant for our grooming business that understands grooming can seem impossible. Fear not, Internet Staffing Solutions are here to help. Founded by National Certified Master Groomer Lisa Menz, they'll recruit, hire, train, and manage pet care virtual assistants who understand the unique demands of groomers, vets, and pet industry professionals. Check them out at internetstaffingsolutions.com today. So, so I don't usually go to shows where I just speak and attend. I'm usually working at the Evolution booth. So that was one of the things I loved about the Buffalo show. I'm like, I have a chance just to attend as a speaker. And oh, by the way, she gave all the speakers these lovely little gift bags. And two of the other speakers I spoke to got, and there's like chocolates in it and a notebook. And it was just it very thoughtful and very, very appreciated. And the two other speakers that I was like, oh, what did you get in yours? They got lovely little mugs that said like your possum on it, and they had paw prints. And I'm like, it was adorable. I, through the luck of the draw, got one with a candle in it labeled Shih Tzu Farts. And then real tiny underneath, just kidding, lavender and eucalyptus. I cackled madly about that, like most of the weekend. It brought such joy to my life. Thank you, Janelle. Such joy because I'm like, that went to the right person because joy. But I actually took a little bit of time for self-care, and like naps happened. And I went, oh, I'm not teaching on Sunday. Sunday, I'll write an article. I have an article. I have it like half written in my brain. I just have to get it on the paper. But I'm so used to putting such pressure on myself to get stuff done that I halfway didn't expect to get it done. I got it done.
Nice.
I sat, I was relaxed. I had snacks. I'm like, tip, 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 tippity, 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 tip. It was glorious. So yeah, sometimes things go to plan if you give yourself a chance to relax and do it, which is why going to those small shows can be invigorating.
Yeah.
Not because you'll have a little time in your room. But oh yeah, Mary, do you want to hear about my karaoke experience? Because they had karaoke.
I've done karaoke one time and it was not memorable.
Okay, so almost every time I've done karaoke, it has been memorable. Twice for the same reason.
Okay.
Because while I actually don't have a bad singing voice, you would absolutely never know it for karaoke because the songs I want to sing are just songs that are fun, that are not in my range. It's not about sounding for me. It's not about sounding good. So I'm like, what's a fun song? So I'm like, oh, this is a really fun song from the 90s. Everybody can sing along. There's a chorus. And
What did you sing, Chris?
so in my head, I had only remembered like some of the lyrics.
Well, don't they have supposed to have a screen up?
Yeah, no, they have a screen. They have a screen, but that's the thing. when you're singing along with the radio, you don't always pay attention to all the lyrics. You sing along with the chorus and the parts that you know. But when you're staring at a screen and you're singing Peaches from the Presidents of the USA, and you get about halfway through it, and the entertaining part of my karaoke was not what was coming out of my mouth, because this was not in my key. This was watching my face and my expression as I realized in real time that this is not a fun little song about fruit.
Okay, I am just going to interrupt you from my old person perspective.
Uh-huh.
Any song written about peaches from any band in 75 years, all right, I'm going to say is probably not PC or appropriate.
It's see, in my head, I remembered the peaches come from a can. They were put there by a man in a factory downtown. I'm like, gone into the country, because peaches grow in the country. So that's what was in my head. And then I'm not going to read the lyrics out loud, but I get to a certain point of the lyrics and I'm like, oh, and I'm like, the best, because I can't, I talk with my hands sometimes, in case you haven't noticed. So I'm reading the lyrics and my hands are just going, like they're making motions, like they're oh, as my face as I realize. So I just lean into the embarrassment, and like 'cause in the big instrumental part, I'm just like, and you all got to watch in real time my face as I realized this. So it was great. It was great. It's always somewhat entertaining when you do karaoke. Not always for the reasons I want, but hey, the purpose is entertainment.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
That was a thing that happened. That was a thing that happened.
Okay, so back to our topic.
That was topical because it was a thing that happens at small shows that doesn't always get to happen at big shows.
I bet that happens at big shows too.
Well, yeah, but I think there was karaoke once at Hershey.
Well, maybe not necessarily at the show itself.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we got Teton, both Rocky Mountain shows. That retreat sounds really, really nice. I'm like, yeah,
That
maybe.
retreat sounds really nice.
Let me see what I can. I'm gonna do some minor plotting. But hey, maybe I'll just attend, or maybe one year I'll just attend. I haven't attended a retreat in a long time. It's been a while. I did enjoy it the last time I went to one, but
yeah, I think if I'm next year, I'm meaning 2027, I think I would do my retreat more when the weather is warmer, because we're literally in the Hood Canal.
Well, is it going to be warm, or was it? We don't know. This was in past tense, but I would think if it's just a little chilly at nights, then you could do a fire pit and be cozy.
And we're going to be telling scary groomer stories around the fire pit.
Oh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of scary groomer stories.
Yep.
We all have some scary groomer stories. Wow. Okay. I completely lost track of buttons, but the time says it's time. But go on.
All right. So the small shows I've been to, Okay. And you know what? And we will throw some of Barkley's small shows in here too, because some of them
Yes.
are okay.
Well,
Uh,
the
but
Northwest show that I'll be at, that's a small show. It's very cozy.
but what we're talking about are independent shows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So I've been to the Teton show before Quincy took it over. Okay.
I think I have been to so far every Teton show that has occurred.
No, for me, there's 365 days of the year, and I don't want to spend the bulk of them traveling anymore. So,
That's a thing. That's a thing that happens. I'm still in my traveling era.
okay. So, but it was a nice little show. Okay. I'm going to give major props to Tina Davis for
Oh
her.
yeah. Yeah.
She's done a phenomenal job. Right now, I haven't been to a lot of the smaller trade shows. So you guys may have the same exact qualities that Tina has. Okay. She listens. She
Well,
has ideas,
yeah, yeah.
listens to what it is we want.
The small shows that have longevity
Yeah.
does. Janelle has that in Buffalo. Um, Quincy has that. I haven't been to that many small independent shows, so I'm not throwing anyone under the bus. But yeah, the ones that have longevity and last more than a year or two definitely do. And back to Dallas, if you're at all in that area, I would definitely check it out because it's I would say it's a solid mid-size show. It's got small town, small show vibes, but you're still going to have a really nice assortment of vendors. You're still going to have a fairly decent trade show floor. You're going to have a ton of education and you're going to have competitions. I believe it is Groom Team sanctioned, and we wanted to talk about the competitions and what some of the differences are.
Well, I'm not 100% positive it is Groom Team sanctioned because they lost their sanctioning a couple of years ago because of a timing issue.
But I think but then it takes 2 years to get back. So it might be again.
Well, while you're talking, I'll go
Okay.
Google.
So, all right. And I'm going to preface this by saying I do not know the competition rules. I don't know a lot of the groom team rules and the details. That is Mindy. That is my other trade show half. Um, but what's fun about the small shows that aren't groom team sanctioned is there's less pressure for your everyday groomer who has not competed before to get up on stage, and do something because there's not that, oh my God, I know I'm in a different class, but there's like the big names. There's like these groomers I idolize that are right over in that table, and I can't even look at my grooms next to them. It's a lot. And I know, listen, all I know about um, the rules is that you need to get a certain amount of points to stay on groom team. So it's important to have a fair amount of groom team shows so you can get your points. But at the same time, I feel like it's important for your everyday groomers who think they want to get into competing to get out there and to just get out there and do it with less stress on them and less strain. And then you can do fun stuff like the tag team competitions. Like there's I forget what it's called. They've done this at the Rocky Mountain show, the one where you bribe the judges.
Oh yeah. I
Oh, that's fun. You're encouraged to bribe the judges. They literally are like, here are the judges, Facebook stalk them, see what they like. And it's hysterical. And it's kind of fun for the judges too, because you know what, and not that I'm a judge, but we, the people who travel to all of these shows, it's a lot of time away from home. It's a lot of time we put into travel to be at these places, and it's 100% out of love. Yes, there's some compensation, but it's not like nothing to make a living at. So it's for love of the industry that so many of us are there.
Okay, so US Pet Pro Classic is Groom Team sanctioned. The
Mhm.
other small show where I couldn't think of the name, St.
Uh,
Louis Groom Fest.
Now that's
Been
different
around for a
from
couple of years.
Ralph Whitman, the Whitman show.
Two different shows. One's held in,
Okay.
the other one is okay. Well, our Ralph
RW.
show is in Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Um, and then there's the one that's Groom South. Okay.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about Grim South. Oopsies.
Okay. Um, so yeah. So those are Groom Team sanctioned. But some of the other shows that are not Groom Team sanctioned, okay, they're still real contests.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Anytime you have the absolute cojones to like get up on stage, and I oof, oh, the terror that grips my tummy just even thinking about it. No, it's a lot, and that's okay. But y'all are absolute badass heroes for getting up there and having faith in yourself and your dog. And I just am amazed. It's too much 5 a.m. prep time for me.
Oh my God.
I can't. The effort these people put into it, I'm just going to be in awe forever. Because I used to want to do that. And then I realized how much 5 a.m. prep time. And I'm like, that's a lot of work. I'm going to
Don't want it that much.
I don't know. I don't want it that much. I don't, it's not deep in my soul, partially because I know I'm a very competitive person. So I was also afraid if I started, I would. And I hate early mornings. So I'm like, let's not even start. Let's not even go there. So long.
I still might do a rescue, one of the rescue ones.
Okay, that I would do because those are fun. I've done one. I've done one rescue roundup. This is my entire competition career, and I loved it. But oh, let's do that last button, Mary, because it's almost time. I love being a house call groomer, but I hate doing laundry or worrying about asking my clients for fresh towels. Raypet has solved those problems for me with the Wet Pet disposable towel. Taking up much less space than traditional cotton towels and easy to wring out and reuse, these super soft, comfy, absorbent towels eliminate any cross-contamination concerns between pets, and now their new smaller washcloth size can even help those sensitive eye areas. Great for cleaning out wrinkles gently and thoroughly. Need to keep water bowls for your clients on hand that are easy to disinfect, but hate all the room traditional clanky metal bowls take up? Or just have a very active pet? Their collapsible silicone bowl comes with an aluminum D-ring hook that can be attached to your pet's leash or anywhere else in your van for easy storage. You can get one by itself or in their handy travel kit, along with a set of 3 tick removers and 1 small wet pet towel. So stop by their website to check it out, raypet.net, and tell them the Traveling Groomers sent you. Why I closed my notebook, I don't know. I was so busy looking at dates and retreats and stuff. Ah, it's
So
fantastic.
it's called the Michigan? Because now I gotta look that up.
I will forward this to you.
Forward it over to me.
Forward it. What's it called?
Sydney Contour. I do not.
Great Lakes Women's Grooming Retreat. So yeah, I looked at the dates. It's the weekend before Pet Quest, and I'm actually going to be at Pet Quest for the first time this year. And the way that it would work the best is if I just stayed out there, and no, I can't, yeah, I can't, I don't know that I can be away from home for like
It's
another solid 2 weeks.
the price that she's charging for
Uh-huh.
this
It's
is
really reasonable.
bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's not bad at all. So that's why I was like, oh, maybe. It's a thing. But yeah, the small shows are so worth going to. So yeah, check your Facebook groups, check your local groups, check or follow your speakers, because that's why like for the Pawpalooza, a lot of them will do, the speakers will help market it just to make it easier to get the word out there to get more attendees. But it was a lot of fun. And oh, speaking of small shows and vendors, Mary, did you see my post with my walking stick sized bully
Yeah.
stick?
Yep. I'm
That
assuming that is for Alaric.
that is for Alec. I'm gonna cut it down because she was like, don't let him eat all of this at once, please. I'm like, yeah, that looks like a case of the upset tummies. He would eat it all at once.
Yeah.
But it's gonna take me a minute because I'm like, it's so I almost it's almost wrong to chop that into bite-sized pieces. But it's probably gonna happen. Is gonna happen at some point because that was phenomenal. That was from our spoiled rotten.
Yeah, she's got some nice stuff there.
Oh, and she listens to the podcast. So I am going to do the duck feet for my clients for Christmas. So I'm going to get like a huge thing. I already told her, I'm like, okay, plan this. I'm buying like a 10-pound bulk of duck feet. And I'm going to do some kind of puns. I might have something else with it, but it's going to be like get a step up on the new year or something because it's a foot.
Right.
I'm going to do something awful punny on there. Maybe because what hubby suggested was do 3 different size treats. So get like the duck feet and then I don't know. Maybe like dehydrated chicken hearts. I'm like, your dog's friends will eat their hearts out, knowing that I got to do some kind of
Right. So
something
I've got
funny.
small dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Not they don't all have all of their teeth.
So a duck foot will last them like a month.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They really like the freeze-dried chicken hearts.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of little things. There's little there's all sorts of weird. This is the
Somewhere
this is
I've
the
got a picture.
weirdest discussion for a vegan to be having.
Here, somewhere in my pictures, I have a picture of Cecil walking around with a chicken foot in his mouth. I gotta dig that up. That's a funny picture.
That is good. That's good. But and yes, if you're in the area, I 100% recommend stopping and going to Niagara Falls. I didn't realize there's a bridge you can walk from the US into Canada over the
Yes.
river.
Mhm.
So I walked across, walked all the way up to the Horseshoe Falls, looked back and went, oh, that's why they call it the Rainbow Bridge. Because there's always such spray by the Horseshoe Falls. There's like, if the sun's out, there's going to be a rainbow. I have many pictures of rainbows on my phone from there because it was just stunning and a lot of fun. And that's okay. There's two different things with the small shows. If you're local, it's easier to get to. It's easier to get to. It's less pressure. It's less expense. But if it's maybe a little bit of a trip and you're going overnight anyway, we have such a gorgeous country.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. There's so many different, I mean, we have everything, coasts and mountains and deserts and forests. And I am so grateful and blessed that grooming has brought me all over the country to see parts of it. That's why I always try to see something.
And also the groomers, first who compete and the groomers who speak, we live all over the country too.
Yeah.
So getting a big name person into your small show is not as difficult as you think.
No, it's not. Oh, I had the most surreal moment at the show, at the Buffalo show. I got called a big name and I kind of walked up in it because Denise was talking to somebody and they're like, well, is there any big name people here? And I just hear Denise Haro go, well, Chris Bear Anthony. I'm like, hello, was I summoned? I have my coffee. What happened? They had a coffee vendor.
Well, that's one of the things too that I liked about the Colorado show with Tina. She had all of these vendors.
Yeah.
And then there was the coffee vendor.
Or the food truck. No, this was a booth on the trade show floor. Somebody brought in their cappuccino machine, their espresso in the trade show floor. There was so there were two vendors that I'm like, I don't know why, knowing groomers, we haven't done this before, but because it was a small show, there was extra things and there were treats and there was the coffee and there was also a dispensary from down the road.
Okay.
Yeah, they had coupons and not the fun products because there are very strict regulations. But I still bought some bath bombs.
Okay.
That were CBD and they were like, oh, I used one of them and I'm like, this is good. I feel, because I walked a lot at the falls, so I needed that bath bomb. It's awesome. All right, so guys, support your small shows is what we're saying. They're fun. And you might hear hysterical karaoke.
Well, not for me. I'll be in the audience watching.
Okay. All right. Did we miss anything, Mary? I think we're officially over.
No, I think we're done.
Not by a whole lot. Yeah. All right. Guys, we will see you next time. Same bat time, same bat channel. And yes, we are also looking for guests. So if you know someone you want to hear talk on the podcast, drop me a note on Facebook Messenger. We will make this happen. We do have some people we want to get on, but coordination is tough because we're all busy. We're busy AF. So, all right. As I find the right button to hit, safe travels, guys. Bye, Mary.
Well, that was fun. But now it's time to head home. We hope you enjoyed listening as much as we enjoyed chatting with you. If there are any topics you'd like us to discuss or guests you want to see join us on this crazy road trip of ours, let us know in the Traveling Groomers Facebook page. Don't forget to thank our sponsors. And see you next week, guys. Safe travels.